Now we're seeing with Paul George.
I mean, you look
Injured
at
in
last year,
practice,
15 points a
training.
game, and this year already injured right before training camp started, where he had to require surgery for that knee. That ain't good, Nadi. That's not good. That's not good for Paul George. It's definitely not good for Philadelphia 76ers. And think about this. The Sixers, when you have a veteran, two veterans on your team like Paul George and Joel Embiid, there's always a sense of urgency that you got to go all in every year to get them a championship. I've always felt like if I got two of the top 20 players in the league, why do I got to go all in?
Why wouldn't you go all in if you got two of the top 20 players and then you got a young Tyrese Maxey? It's up to the
My
general
question
manager.
is, why would I need to go all in? That's my question.
Why would you need to? Because you just paid Embiid and you gave Paul George all that money, and then you had to extend Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, man, I understand it, but I just got a sneaking suspicion that this year, with things that are already happening in Philly, that we can see some stranger things. This is not going to go well for Philadelphia this year, I don't think. If you look at the history of older guys, when they break down, how they break down, it's going to happen, Nadi. Father Time, again, is undefeated. You're going to get old, and at some point, you're going to get to where you can't do the things that you need to do.
Can you see the general manager dismantling the team at some point? And how many games do we have to be in before he says, you know what, this ain't gonna work? Let me shop Embiid to the highest bidder. I don't think anybody will take the Paul George kind.
Well, now I understood the thought process and why they did it. What I didn't understand was the ages of the players they were counting on and the injuries and giving them more money and more time and more space. I think it's too much. I just think it's too much, man. I just think when you look at things, and I just think it's too much, Nadi.
What kind of season do you see Philadelphia having? You don't think they can muster up
now,
enough?
Think about something.
To
Your
do
prize
something.
free agent from last year is already hurt.
Right.
We don't know what kind of shape Joel Embiid is going to come back in.
Right.
We don't know where his mind's going to be. We don't know.
Right.
And think about it. Their core young players who they're going to build around the future. Was it McCain? Is Tyrese Maxey?
Right. And the young guy they just drafted.
And AJ, what's his name? Oh, man.
Yeah, his name is
from Utah.
Yeah.
6'5" guy. I know who. I just can't think of it in a second. Is it AJ? Is it Edgecombe?
Yeah, Edgecombe, right.
And that's great. But they little. Edgecombe 6'5". Rest of them 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'1". That's the future that you're building around. So if Joel Embiid, Gelson and I, my radio partner, had this conversation this morning. We filled in for Frank Scal. And we asked each other, how long will it be before Philly stretch and pay Joel Embiid out?
That's it's a question I was going to ask you.
To be a consideration, and if
right.
Listen,
how long before you have to really consider?
He don't think it'll be Joel Embiid. He thinks it'll be Paul George. But at some point, probably when you get halfway through year 2, no, year 3, you sign a 4-year deal. Kind of halfway to the beginning of year 3, if things are still going bad, it's going to be talk about it.
Is it possible? I don't know if this has ever been done, but is it possible you buy both of them out? And is that a fireable offense? I'm sorry. I mean, Morey, the Daryl Morey,
yeah.
And I've always appreciated him because even when he was in Houston, every year he's trying to do something to win.
He is.
So I always can appreciate a general manager that's always going out to the win. But if you look at some of the moves he's made since he's been in Philly, the Harden deal didn't work out. The Paul George situation has been a travesty. You just pay Embiid a buttload of money and you got nothing out of that. Is that a fireable offense?
What you think? Let me put it to you like this. At the end of the season, if they don't make the playoffs, and if they have to come from the play-in and don't make a run to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, Philadelphia, then we're going to see major change.